guys, Cecilia. This is my day 4 of Wellbeing, and I was going to do it with day 4 of my 100 days to Wellbeing, and I was going to do it with combined with a llama trek, which would have been lovely to do. But unfortunately, we've not been able to do the llama trek today because the weather is so bad. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to do a bit of an interaction with the llamas. So for those of you who are stuck at home in lockdown, at least you'll be able to see the llamas, and we'll come up close to them and go and have a look at them. And otherwise, I've now got a feel. Oh yeah, okay, I'm all right. Am I on the Wellbeing Farm page? I've got so many different Facebook. Could somebody tell me, am I on the Wellbeing Farm page? Kath, am I on the Wellbeing Farm page? Going live? Because I've got a feeling I might have gone onto the wrong page. I can't see anyone. Hang on. Kath, can you tell me, am I on the Wellbeing Farm page? Could somebody tell me yes or no? I'm not getting much interaction from anyone. Can you hear me? So I'm just trying to find out if I'm actually on the right page here. All right, well, I'm going to presume I am. Okay, so yes, I'm with the llamas at the moment. We can't do a trek. And I was going to use 100 days of my Wellbeing to... Oh, thank you. Thanks so much, Vicky, for answering that. So day 4 of my 100 days to Wellbeing was going to be involving a llama trek, but unfortunately can't do that. And they do say massive science around nature, being in nature and well-being and all the rest of it. So my last survey today is a simple score, 1 to 5. How happy are you with your life right now? 1 being pretty rubbish and 5 being really happy. And that's what I'll be posting later on. But until now, you're not wanting to listen to me, you're listening to llamas. So here we go. And I've got my son Matthew with me. Matthew, are you going to wave? Going to wave? Oh, clearly not wanting to do. Come on, let's go in. Matthew, come in here with me with the llamas, because we need to get up close and personal. Well, don't let them out. So I'm doing this without Pete. Pete, I can't find Pete. He's gone off to do... Pete, just so you're all wondering, where is Pete? Pete is involved with lambing at the moment. So that's a diverse to his normal skills. So here we go. So the first llama that we have today is Yasser. Now, the reason I'm looking is the reason I know this is Yasser, because Yasser has a very distinctive tail. It's a mixture of brown and blonde tail. So hello. Now they're not, well, with me, because Pete's not here. This is a bit unusual. But hello, sweetheart. This is Yasser. And all our llamas are about, I think they're about 10 years old. I know I should know these things, but I've had them for, oh God, they're more. Crikey. They came to me, I've had the llamas for around 10 years. Yeah, 10 years, so there will be more, so a bit more, about 14 they are now, 14, between 12 and 14. All males, everything in our pack is males, and the reason is we don't really, when you get a female introduced into the pack, it just causes problems. So although I'd love to have some baby llamas, because these are used for trekking more than breeding, that's why we just have the males. Now, Augustus, this is Augustus, who's, oh, right, now, okay, so the one who's coming forward now is Ezra, and we know this is Ezra because Ezra has a slightly, now he's got a brown, God, I don't know my llamas, this is ridiculous. Are we missing a llama as well? Where's the, oh yeah, right, okay, so this one is definitely Ezra. And Ezra, I know this is Ezra because he's slightly twinged there. Oh, this one's Vincent. Sorry, Vincent. This is going disastrously wrong. This one is Vincent because he's got his name on the top of his collar. God, how bad is this? So this is Vincent. Vincent. Now the llamas only have 1 set of teeth, so they won't bite. This one with the bottom, this is what I was trying to tell you, is Yasser. And he's got his name on there, but he's being a bit shy. But Ezra, come on, out the way. Come on, shoo. Oh, now, can you see the legs? You see they've got very, very funny legs, look. The legs are really, really muscular. And just so you know, they have a bit of, like, that isn't anything because they've all got that. I actually don't know what that is. But anyway, they've got, and they tuck the legs underneath. And can you see how thick? Oh, God, now, can you see that then? Now, he went to kick me because I touched the back of his leg. Could have been a disaster on live. That could have been an absolute disaster on live Facebook there, that he, you know. So that's why you've got to be very, very careful going to the back of a llama because they will kick. That's why when we have them at the weddings, we always put one handler per llama, and we're always very conscious about children going near the back of the animal. So you come here. Come on. Come here. Right, so you get him out of the way. Right, zoom into a llama's bottom. This is an alpaca, lot shorter. Can you see the llamas? That's the difference between a llama and alpaca, lot shorter. This is the really friendly one. Hello, sweetheart. This is Ezra. Ezra's got the lovely brown colouring. Yeah, they're all in. And Ezra's got the lovely brown colouring. And Ezra's been on Sun Life Insurance television advert, haven't you? Yes, she did. Yeah, so as you can see, they're very, very friendly, and they will let me. Oh, they won't let me do anything today because Pete isn't in here and causing chaos in the llama. Matthew, make sure that door's locked. Well, get it out. And then you've got, now this is Winston alpaca. For some of you who are listening to the background, yes, they have the radio on because they absolutely love listening to radio too. There we are. So that's Ezra. So Winston, you can hardly see him. He's got a big that. So they're very inquisitive animals. Augustus is in the middle, very, very furry. And that's Augustus, is the purple. And then over there, the one over there with those ears, just that I'm zooming in on there, is, there we go. There we are, is Laurie. And Laurie, this one, yes, you know your name, Laurie, is the one who leaps out and basically he's the one who leaps over all the fences. And if you ever come to the farm, Laurie is the one that is that you may meet in the car park, and you may be seen free wandering around the farm. And on all of the fences, we had proper llama fencing put up, but he just seems to leap over. And at first I thought, oh my goodness, this is a nightmare. But actually he's become a bit of a star attraction of the farm. And he's fully microchipped. So if he ever did wander off, hopefully we'll be able to find him. He's never, ever gone and wandered out of the farm gate. He kind of knows that he's allowed to wander anywhere except to the farm, out of the farm gate. So these are two little alpacas. Came from a alpaca farm in Wales. Pete always tells a joke that before they came here, they only saw a steam train and sheep, and now they were thrust into the world of weddings, and they've actually adapted really, really well. We are training Augustus to be able to walk up the aisle someday. We've got as far as the bar, and that's where he stops. He doesn't quite like that disabled lift. Or the steps, but he will go to the bar and look himself in the mirror. And this is why we have put a mirror in the llama building, because Augustus absolutely loves to look at himself in the mirror. So that's why the mirror that we have over here is purely for Augustus to have a good look at himself. Yeah. Now, so Laurie's over here again. You can see how thick. I wonder if Laurie will let me touch his first. Yeah, good boy. No. Anyway, they won't let me touch him. Oh, now, can you see? Now, that is not a spit. So although the ears are all back, so a llama is happy if the ears are forward. So you can see Ezra has no problem with me being in here because his ears are forward. But the ears that are back are not happy with me being in here, and they don't like it because I'm not normally amongst them. But the reason... They're going okay. Like Winston's warmed up and he's fine, and you can just tell the personality of a llama and what they're feeling by literally their ears. So if the ears go right back and the head goes back, they're not happy. But if the ears are forward, like, can you see now, they're banana-shaped ears. They're very, very funny ears. And if they're going forward, they're quite happy and relaxed with me being in here. And the others will. it's because I've not done this for a while, and also there's a camera, and they will warm up like anything. At first, when they come in, they're always a bit funny towards it. But Ezra's kind of absolutely fine. Here you are. That's it. There's nothing wrong. And they communicate with each other by spitting. And I'm going to see, like, can you see if they're all together now, and I'm waiting for one to, they won't spit, but they will try and spit at each other, and that's the equivalent of saying, just back off. I won't say anything stronger than that. Yeah. So there we are. Here's the animals, and as you can see, beautifully looked after. Lots of straw with its coal, lots of water, lots of kind of nice warm bedding. And then over here we have our two gorgeous donkeys, Gypsy and Crackerjack. They came from the donkey sanctuary with us, and the reason they're locked in is we feed. Can you see all these orange buckets around? Well, the llamas are on a very, very special diet, and one of the things that they have is called camelid, and the camelid is something like £60 a bag. It's incredibly expensive as animal feed goes, and they're only allowed a tiny bit, so you have scoops of various different things. If Pete was here, he'd be able to explain this a lot more than I can. But the point is, the camelid is really expensive, but very, very fortified with vitamins and minerals and all the rest of it, specifically for camelids, which the alpacas and llamas are. And if the donkeys ate that, it's just too rich for them. So when we are feeding the llamas, and the donkeys would just try and eat anything, so when we're feeding the llamas, each llama or alpaca has its own orange bucket, so you can see them all sort of sprinkled all about, and they're all placed around this pen all differently, and then they're what they eat, and the donkeys rather, are kept apart. So that's why the donkeys are in their pen, purely so they don't go and eat the food. Isn't that right, Gypsy? So there we are. Oh, now don't you go. Has he taken the phone? Don't you bite my phone. Look, he's trying to bite. Look. Go on, you're not biting the phone. Come on, you little nibbler. So they're so gorgeous, these donkeys, and they're the most cutest little thing. Here we are. There we are. So you'll be allowed out when Pete comes back. I better not let you out. I might come get into all sorts of trouble. They might also try and bite the buckets and all sorts. So there you are. So the boys all look happy. Oh, here he is. Do you know, I've been doing this live, Pete. There we are. And I've been trying to explain these. I think the weather's not very good, is it, Pete? Pete, he's been full on. What have you been doing today, Pete? Lambing?
No, we've been shifting bales.
Oh, right.
Pitching.
Oh, okay, so he's doing that this morning, but here he is.
You have a new car?
I know, look, weatherproof.
Yeah, you're good at that.
Hey, he's doing well out of David at the moment. And there we are. Pete, what do they eat again? What do they eat? Camelid. But what was the other? What do you mix it with?
Shredded sugar beets.
Shredded sugar beets. That was it. I couldn't.
That vitamin, whatever it is.
That camelibra.
Camelibra, yeah.
It's a camelibra that's really expensive, isn't it? It's like 60 quid a bag, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was trying to explain why the donkeys were all kept in, and that the llamas were all separate, and that's because of the feeding, isn't it?
Yeah. So they have to have it. They have to have any else to make them really poorly.
Right.
Too rich.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank goodness I got that right. That's all right. And
Been telling you, you're locked in.
what, kicking? No, they were before. They did kick the gate, but it was when I was on. But now, can you see how they've all changed in personality now Pete's arrived? So when I was in here, the ears were all back. And now look, the minute Pete arrives, all the ears have gone forward. Oh, look now, can you see that llama going back now? That's because those llamas are butted in, and he wants Pete, and he doesn't want the other llamas getting in there. Because I think it's too bad for a trek today. Yeah, we'll let them out. So we kept them all in because we were going to do a trek with them, and we kept them all in. They had the harnesses on and whatever. and that's why they're going to all be left out. Are you letting them out now? You see how quick they all leave. Well, that's the end of my Facebook Live. And they've all gone, and they've got the whole of the... See how windy it is now. The donkeys, right, let's do a little bit of donkey love today. Watch the buckets. Watch them go for the buckets. Right, watch what they do now. Now they know that something's been in these buckets. Look at them, straight away. Look, they're allowed to lick the buckets. They can lick. Look, they know damn well that they've missed out. It's so gorgeous. Come on, boys, hello. Come on. Now they're following Pete because he's got these buckets.
Ezra picks on the day, he picks bucket up and follows me around.
He doesn't.
He picks bucket up and walks round with it, and the other day he drops it in water.
Oh no. What, all the Camelibra?
No,
Look at these.
he let it, and he wants some more, so he walks round.
Oh, hilarious. So they've gone, and all the animals are free to wander in and out whenever they want. So basically they've all gone off now. And the donkeys mingle. We always keep the severe wind, really storms. We don't necessarily take them in. They're just free to wander in and out. They're not taken in every night. And there you go. That's been our llama experience for today. Also, in case of you any of you wondering what this is, do you want to explain that, Pete? This contraption? Oh, has it come in? Oh, they've come in. Hang on. They've come back in. They're thinking I'm not staying out. Yeah, we had no food for you out there. What's this, a crush? So how does it operate? Go on, Matthew. You demonstrate the crush. Get in. We're not going to crush you. We're not going to crush you. Just get in and show. Pretend you're a llama. Go on, get in. Llama. Matthew's demonstrating the crush. Oh. Oh, hang on. People are saying they can't hear me, so I'm going to go nearer. All right. Can I get out of here? So we're demonstrating with my son, Matthew, in the crush. So, Pete's like, oh, we're going to do those signs, aren't we?
This is what you told me to make him with in the week.
Oh, I haven't used them. That's why he gets annoyed with me, Pete. I'm going, oh, it's urgent needs signs and I haven't done them yet. Got to find someone to write on them. Right. Can you hear me now?
Right.
Okay.
So you're a llama. You come in and put your head through here. And then we close it up like that. So he's got his head here.
Yeah, put your head forward, Matthew, so you're a llama.
Like a llama. Right. And then we can either cut you or we can do your feet.
Shear you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do the feet. So is that because you won't kick them because you're in there?
And that's the only way the vet or anybody else could do the llama's feet.
Right, so it's like a safety thing for shearing and injecting the llamas.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's called a llama crush. So it's not as bad as it sounds. It doesn't crush the animals, but it does. It just keeps the vet. And some shearers will insist on one of these. It's quite an expensive piece of equipment. And I was so lucky because I was looking everywhere for this llama crush and thinking, where on earth would we get one of these? And I looked online and it cost a fortune. And then would you believe that one came up for sale in Darwin? Can you believe Darwin? Like, yeah, a couple of miles down the road. So, yeah, so we grabbed it, didn't we, Pete?
Alpacas. Yeah, that was an alpaca farm, weren't it?
Yeah.
50 alpacas.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
They never use them because alpacas, you can handle them.
Yeah, they're not as tall or strong, are they? Yeah.
Like a big sheep.
Yeah, so to be honest. Oh, right, that's it. Matthew, someone's saying, dress Matthew up as a llama to walk down the aisle. Matthew, are you prepared to wear a llama outfit? No, clearly teenagers not that impressed with that idea. But there you go. So that's the end of our llama introduction today. And And this is why animals are a huge part of your well-being. And so this is why on day 4, I'm focusing on the animals as part of the well-being side of things. And there you go. All stay safe. Have a wonderful day and keep safe. And I'll be on tomorrow showing you something else to do with well-being. All right, take care. Bye. Bye.